Mark P. The references to David Miscavige changing and editing parts of Scientology brought to mind something I read in a blog about LRH tapes being edited to take out names on non politically correct statements. Is this true? I remember more than a few references to Mary Sue, usually as Susie, as well as a reference to Quentin in one of the study tapes. Nibs was named in a lot of the tapes from the 50s. Yes, editing of the tapes very definitely happened. In fact, I did a whole talk with Mark Headley about this years ago, and we laughed about how edited Hubbard's lectures actually were. And taking out stuff that's now socially unacceptable is absolutely the order of the day. They've done tons and tons of it. There are places where Hubbard refers to Black people, Chinese people, in racist ways. All of that got taken away, taken out. Hubbard's, well, probably some I don't know for sure. It wouldn't surprise me if there were homophobic statements he might have made that have been or removed. And then the politically incorrect stuff, references to suppressives, people who were declared suppressive after the time of the lecture. Hubbard often talked about a guy named Reg or Reg Sharp. He was a friend of Hubbard's and an associate, somebody who worked for many, many years with Hubbard on sort of in his inner circle. He ended up getting declared. I'm pretty surprised if they hadn't removed all references to him. Hubbard talked about him all the time. So yeah, that definitely happens, and it's the only way to really find out is to get copies of the old distributed reel-to-reel lectures, which most of them have fallen apart by now. It's really hard to find these things. And those are the original, copies of the original recordings Hubbard gave before Golden Era Productions even existed. By about the 1970s, I think, is when they started doing a tape unit where they were compiling, copying, and distributing the lectures, and I think that's where they probably started editing them. But definitely by the 1980s at Golden Era Productions, they had a full tape setup, and they were editing them flat out. So I know for sure that's when it would have really, they would have really gone to town.